Hey guys, Andrew from Team ABK.
Herminio here from Team ABK and BEAR from Team ABK. What's up, you guys?
I'm back.
And I'm back. Really sorry, you guys. I know we haven't done a few videos here in a while, but how to explain it? Basically, nothing was going on.
Boring format.
I mean, the only thing that's been going on around here is basically we've gotten some events. We had like 3 events that were basically 2 weeks apart. We had the regionals. The next week was YCS Anaheim, and then my dishwasher's on. And then the week after, like 2 weeks after that, was another freaking regionals. So yeah, but the only reason we haven't been posting anything is because basically none of us have topped, and none of us have been really comfortable like with a solid build of our decks that we had. But yeah, we're back. We've been doing some videos, and we got some new team members for you guys. So yeah.
And this is just a panelist discussion, not actual predictions, because it's Konami of TCG Konami.
Yeah, so basically we want to give you guys a treat with a panelist discussion, not a prediction, discussion. Basically his opinion, my opinion, and then you guys can always comment your opinion, and of course BEAR's opinion is what's going to win. He is BEAR. He will win. No matter what, he's BEAR. He's going to win. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, you want to start off with the...
first thing I had was, I think the baby rules can come back in this format, in the context of our current game state, where the Dragon Rulers don't do anything really. Like, if anything, it's just the Lightsworn support for Eclipse Wyverns, and that's it. Other than that, I don't see them being relevant in any means. And if you give that to a deck, like, it would give Mermail some light in the day. Like, it would give Atlanteans extra triggers. It would... it make, I think, Mythic Rulers playable again, because now they have even more access to their dragons, and I think it's going to suck and it's going to be annoying as hell, but it's also at the same time going to be healthy for an archetype that's sort of dead compared to when you have to deal with Shadalls and Quillforts. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, this one I'm really split down the middle. I can see it being like, yeah, you know, and like not doing anything. But the problem is with this one, I can see it like in a format where like Burning Abyss is dead, Shadal's dead. Basically, all the new support we're getting dies off, and then we go back to like those very small formats where we go back to old decks, and those old decks are dominant, like when Geargia and Mermails were really topping. People were getting so sick of those. Basically, this is what Baby Rulers can kind of become a threat, and those kind of scenarios. All right, on to the next topic that I really Stratos. Okay, guys.
No.
Last time, I'm pretty sure we said it in the Stratos ain't coming back. And I know the two freaking main reasons. Oh, they has to come back. It has to stay on the Stratos. No, it fucking doesn't. Sorry, it doesn't. There are 6 new cards, 6 monsters, and like I think there's more than 6 cards coming out in
a lot of
structure deck. Those structure decks are going to sell very well on their own.
No matter what, Dark Lost can sell himself.
Yeah, that's a really busted card.
And it's not just that, it's the fact you have 6 ways to search any of your elemental heroes. There's no reason to have Stratos out with that.
Yeah, and then you guys, a very common argument is like, oh, well, the Nib's at 3, so how come Stratos can be at 0? The Nib and Stratos are at a whole different level.
One, you can use Stratos multiple times per turn, you don't need to declare which effect, and he has more search targets.
Yes, as the Nib, you got 3 targets, bro.
And usually 2. Mostly just alpha.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just being generous and saying 3 targets. But yeah, it's gonna be the Wolfbark one the whole time. And dude, that's basically it. Stratos is not coming back. You guys can put in the comment why you guys believe it comes back. As a hero player, I would love it to be back, but I understand.
No.
I would love. Of course, you would want a broken card back, but I understand it cannot come back. I understand that.
No, with Super Polygon still. That was
Super
the most annoying shit.
I mean, Super Poly's the one.
Yeah, still annoying as hell.
So good.
Next, talk about Sinister Serpent. Yeah, I guess standby phase looping with discard outlets, but other than that, it gives Mermail a little support. It doesn't do that much other than that. So, like, it's going to be attack in Mermail, and that's about it.
Calm down. Okay, first of all, yeah, this is his opinion. My opinion is completely different. I honestly believe Sinister cannot come back because of fucking Mermail's deck like that, or any deck that has a bunch of discard outlets.
And it needs a trigger, and that's going to be constantly there.
Yeah, I understand it can be a dead draw, but the thing is that when he's not, especially in Mermails, I think they can search him out, can't they?
You can only Undyne pitch, and that's it. Or Tidal pitch.
Well, it doesn't matter. That deck has tons of freaking search and anyways, and draw power. They're going to get their effects for free, or they're going to have like 1 to 0 costs for their effects. So Murmur's becoming very playable with this card just being at 1, in my opinion. And I don't think this card should be back. And this card also ties in with the other card, Tribe Infecting Virus, that he believes should come back.
I mean, it's not that detrimental to the game. Your normal summon's too important now, to the point of if you commit Tribe, you hope it doesn't get negated. Because like Denko Sekka right now is a really relevant, like especially in Shadal's. When you go Denko Sekka, that's like if it gets negated, you're kind of screwed at that point probably. So that means there's like probably you summon Denko when there's like what 3, 4 back row, maybe 5, and you're committing Denko Sekka. And with Tribe, I see it as how many of them actually have archetype decks that have only one type. Like Burning Abyss, okay, it's usually Dante's on field. That's about it. I guess you can argue Shadal's, they're all spellcasters, and you don't want to do that. It's just going to trigger all their effects.
Oh yeah.
And then Quillforts, I mean, that's a balanced, like, Raigeki, I guess, against the deck, but that's my opinion.
The thing,
But then, actually, they're immune to it, so it doesn't even matter at that point.
The thing is, I'm conflicted with this one too. The thing is, Tribe Infecting Virus, I don't think it should come back. Just because, like, again, freaking Murmur's...
It's one card, they can't search it because it's
level 4. But the thing is,
full.
we have to understand that we're also we're in a floater format. Like every fucking deck, every card, every structure deck, or I mean archetype has been released. Like the last 3 archetypes are all floaters in their own sense. Satellar's not really, but they just recycle themselves. So in a sense, they're kind of floaters. And like that's why Tribe Infecting Virus won't do anything now. But things eventually Konami's gonna stop making these floaters for a while, just release new ones, new decks or whatever, and then Tribe Infecting Virus will do shit there. Yeah. It's gonna be annoying. It's gonna be another Raigeki.
That's assuming everybody has the same type in the deck.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where I see the diversity of it's not going to be that way. But that's my opinion.
The next one is Dark Strike Fighter.
Yeah, Errata balanced.
Errata, it is balanced.
There's no reason for it to stay banned.
Maybe a Archetype can come by, like makes this card busted, but I really
it says
don't.
main phase 1 also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very unlikely it's going to be busted. So I really think it could come back. It's going to basically be a synchro Gaga Cowboy in a sense. A little bit more. It's gonna be like 1,600, 1,400 damage.
Who knows?
Anyways, the hell did I didn't even notice you wrote that.
You didn't notice that?
I did not notice you wrote that.
I said Zenmighty can come back.
That's his thing. I'm not gonna say anything.
Honestly, windups have not done jack shit.
Yeah, Zenmighty can come back.
I mean,
give him a bone.
What? Tour Guide, I know it bring out Rabbit. That doesn't establish anything. It just lets them start to go off. They haven't gone off yet.
Yeah, again, in our current meta, it's not doing anything. So
especially windups.
I think he can come back at 1. Give him windups a bone.
Let's not come back at 3. That we know what happens when that thing's at 3 and Hunter's around.
No.
Especially if they're playing Spring Abyss, then you're gonna cry when you trigger all of them.
Mm-hmm. Next one is Ravine / Dragon Shrine. I know Dragon Shrine isn't hit in any way, but the thing is,
if Ravine comes back, you have to Dragon Shrine.
Yeah, that's basically it. And I think Ravine can come back up the max at 2. Because like this plus like if the babies like our his
these are all just theoreticals.
Here's theoretical, but just in case the baby rulers in our theoretical universe,
baby just come back and Ravine can't come back. That's just straight up there.
Yeah. So yeah, if Ravine can come back to Dragon Shrine to like 1 or even 2, I don't know.
Next is Monster Reborn / Premature Burial. One of them can come back. I prefer Premature Burial. I mean, it'd be stupid with Zephyros, but
yeah, the thing is, I feel Monster Reborn can come back. I honestly do think so. I think we're in that format. I don't know why. I just feel like it could be. It's just not that busted. Really, what monsters besides BLS is like
take construct. Your opponent's construct. You use it against them.
Yeah, but it's not gonna win you the game unless like there's no
BLS is their only monster.
BLS, yeah. Like I said, BLS is a monster stealing game. There's very few monsters by themselves that can steal a game. But I understand people will disagree. I just think Reborn can come back. I don't really want Premature Burial just because.
Misfire Falcon.
Basically, no, not that. Like Premature Burial, Premature Monster.
I mean, if it gets MST, you just lost 8 more life points.
MST, like, fuck you. There's so much back row hate in this format right now. Or like, oh, sorry, Mitchie. We keeps it real in here. Anyways,
next.
This relates to our other monster, BLS.
It has to go. Honestly, guys,
I don't want to admit it, but it's.
I'd rather have 3 Chaos Sorcerer, no BLS, than 2 Chaos Sorcerer BLS. There are so many games that I've stolen when I played BLS in certain decks. When I have played BLS, I usually don't play that many decks anymore with BLS in it because I just don't play Chaos decks that much. But BLS needs to go.
I love BLS. I love him with all my heart. He's
stolen so many games, especially when you top deck BLS.
He's been very nice to me, but the thing is,
He's also been a bitch to you.
Okay, we had our fights. It was misunderstanding, but the thing is, I understand. Yeah, BLS, God, it hurts me, but he kind of needs to go. Yeah, he's just so many top decks.
Dante BLS is impossible to get over most of the time. You get rid of one or the other, pretty much.
Next one is Fire Fist Spirit. I honestly think it can come back to 2. I mean,
what has Fire Fist done in the past? 2 formats? Nothing.
Yeah, and plus the 3.5. Shut up. It's my dog. He wants a cookie. The 3.5 axis is very. I think it's
iffy.
Very.
It can break hard.
I just don't see it being superior to just the pure rank 4 plus ones with the hands. I just don't think it can compete. To that, I'm not saying there's no good builds. Definitely there were at the time, but I don't.
We never had the chaos of it, and I think now we can have the chaos of it because it'd be.
Oh shit. Okay, on to the next one.
Bestiary. I guess I can go back to 3. I don't care. Glide Beast cannot do jack shit.
I played very casually during that format, but I saw what those little bastards can do, and trust me, do not trust them. They're evil people.
Well, Baku's evil. There's a different story.
Okay, yeah. So they're pretty. I don't think Bestiary can come back to 3. I don't know. This card is very abused, but I can see it being at 2. I really do. I'm not gonna enjoy it because it's like some people are just gonna.
Bottomless exists for a reason.
I know, but with that
Deep
one.
reason. I don't know.
But at the same time, we have breakthrough skills now. This is being main in almost every deck. Phoenix Change is finally getting back its hype as it was. Go away. It's my dog. But yeah, this can be iffy in my opinion, but I can see it happening.
Like, I don't see it causing any chaos in the format at all.
In the current format,
it's hype. It would be hype, but it wouldn't be good. That's my opinion.
Anyways.
Next I have Deep Sea Diva. What the hell has it done? What the hell would it do at 2 or 3? Honestly.
Yeah, again with the Mermo support, but this one I'm okay
pre-Teus days is when it was ran, but then when Teus came out, no one really ran Diva anymore.
Yeah, again I'm okay with it. It's like it doesn't. This one does not bother me. We have Toriel at 3. Like, go ahead, have a tuner that's kind of like not as good as Toriel in my opinion.
Yeah. Ryo at 2.
Yeah, Ryo at 2.
Like, that bastard's horrible when you see it when your opponent drop it first turn on you, and it's like, damn, can't use any of my search.
I have to say this. I don't ever want him to be back at 3 though. I love him.
People only ran 2 though, anyways.
The thing is, there's very good players that understood how good this card was, and they would abuse the shit out of it, playing 3.
Yeah, but because especially Ryo, like, you won't realize how powerful he is until you see him go down from 3 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially he's one of those power cards. I think he's the best example. You don't realize how powerful it is until it gets hit, and then it's like, oh, it's not that important. Then you see what it could have stopped, and then you realize it's very powerful. Mm-hmm. I think this is the right format. You can come back to counter a lot of things.
What the hell? This is chapter 2. Chapter 2 of your Resurgence of Wind Up Magician.
Honestly, like, that can come back to 3. Keep carrier band.
In this current format so far.
Yeah.
So far.
It won't do anything. Like, okay, it can cause chaos. Let's admit that. It will cause chaos if it came back because.
But the thing is, the rank 3s and the rank 4s spams right now
don't do much.
Especially against Shadals with Windows. Like, what do you like?
I cried so much against that matchup. It's
the worst. Also, what is it? Clifford's have like the whole skill drain.
And Vandy.
Burning Abyss has their fucking evil fucking traps. So yeah, but with this one being said, I honestly believe in this.
With Shock being banned.
In this current meta, as long as it stays the same, it's fine. It's not gonna do anything. As for the future, I can see it being very problematic. The same thing with what did I say? What the fuck? Oh, the baby rulers. Like in those formats where we don't have any new stuff and we're playing old stuff, it can be very problematic. Anyways, on to the
Book of Moon. It can come back at more. It's playable right now. It really is, just because it's a Fiend format. Because, I mean, people need outs to the Majesty and Vanity Fiend. So
God,
why not?
I love and hate those fucking outs. They're so trolly, but so fucking evil. Anyway.
Next question mark on Deep Fissure. You should go to 2, I think.
Like, you can definitely go to 2, because that one's not chainable as macro. And it's not as powerful as macro.
But, I mean, in like windups, it was very powerful because, like, your materials would just get detached into the grave. so Rat could revive it still.
Oh, that's true. But
It's like
again, we have way more back row right now, especially with the artifact engines being splashed a lot of things. So yeah, that's I honestly believe DeFi can come back to 2.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll get a lot of hate on that. I really don't think so.
Next statement: Raigeki needs to go. Put Dark Hole at 2.
Okay, I knew Raigeki. I don't know if you guys remember Raigeki. Remember when Raigeki came back? Sorry, stop talking. Raigeki came back. People were like, yeah, it's Raigeki. Give it time. It's gonna, like, right now, Shadalls are abusing shit out of it. Slowly and slowly, Shadalls are abusing shit out of it. It's becoming the next Heavy Storm, where people are literally split in the middle, like, I love it and hate it.
You love it when you have it, you hate it when your opponent has it.
Yeah, it's gonna steal so many games, like, as much.
It already has.
Like, it's gonna, no, I know it already has, but it's gonna do it even more when, like, with,
Necros.
yeah, Necron.
Or Necloth, whatever the hell their names are finally gonna be.
Yeah, so that.
And Dark Hole is a lot more balanced, just because, the whole thing with Raigeki, especially with Shadalls, there should be like Shadal Fusion because you have extra monster, then Raigeki afterwards.
Yeah, they can't keep their whole like freaking 3 monsters and then summon more monsters per game. Dark Hole, of course, it can kind of act the same as Raigeki, but it has its limitations.
Yeah, it prevents the Shadal Fusion abuse.
Yes, it can let you go for game, but not as hard as Raigeki can.
Compulse and Torrential, I think they can each go back up to 2.
Please.
Like, Torrential is
subpar right now because in the floater formats, really.
not just that, it punishes player for overextending without having backup in response to it.
Mm-hmm. So I really think Trench will come back. It's at 3. Be quiet. We have viewers.
And then Compulse is like, it's very good. Like, it's a very good interrupter and also like stop.
Yeah, I miss
the
it.
Fiends. So, and we don't have that many outs still. Like, I guess Breakthrough is our only main out to get rid of them twice.
Mm-hmm.
But still, and then if they stop the Breakthrough, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah. As for the whole hitting of decks right now, like Burning Abyss, what can they be hit? Honestly, there's only 2 cards in my opinion that I would like to. What the fuck is keep doing? 2 cards in my opinion. Basically, Tour Guide and
Fire Lake.
Fire Lake. Those are the 2 cards that I feel like either one or both should be hit. I fucking hate Fire Lake. It should be to 1. I don't care if they can recycle it. I just don't want it to open it every single fucking game. And Tour Guide, I'm so sick of those fucking pluses. They're still gonna plus. They're still gonna be really abusive, but they're not gonna have 3 or 4 monsters for turn 1.
I have a different opinion, but I just said 2 of the cards I'm about to list of the 3 need to be limited, and that's Tour Guide, Graph, and Dante.
2 out of the 3.
2 of those 3 need to get limited. Like, if Tour Guide and Dante go to 1 each, the deck is screwed. Like, honestly, unless we still don't know what the other 3 do. The Burning Abyss, but it keeps in check the deck. It's still gonna be OP because you still have all the discarding outlets, and you can just be a Virgil deck, I guess. But
yeah. Oh, also, by the way, for the Tour Guide, I understand. I'm a realist, so I know it won't probably get hit because it just got reprinted as an ulti.
Yeah,
it's not gonna get reprinted anytime soon.
So maybe they can just go Graph or Seer.
Please, Fire Lake. That card was so. They're not negging. Come on.
I guess Fire Lake can go to 1.
It has requirements, but those requirements don't neg them.
Yeah, I mean, the only real out to it immediately is if you activate Deep Fissure and force the Fire Lake off that.
Mm-hmm. Or Trap's done. They're going to get it back.
If you can even set the Trap Stun before it gets blown up.
Just bullshit.
Anyway, that's why Night Beam's really good right now also.
Yeah.
And for, as it comes to Shadalls, I said Window or Construct can go to 1. And maybe hit Shadal Fusion, because Shadal Fusion's a bitch to deal with. Just because punishing you for playing the game that your deck has to play. Like,
I am very iffy, because yes, I know I might be a little bit biased, because I'm playing the deck, but at the same time, be quiet, go to your room, you are grounded. Window, Construct, whatever. I mean, I would really prefer Window to be at 2 at least, or 3, whatever, just because they can keep up with Burning Abyss, because like without Window and Burning Abyss, I mean, Shadalls, we can still play, but the thing is, we can't stop them from overpowering us.
I mean, Karmika and Phoenix, though.
Yeah, and that shit's fucking. Shut the fuck up. And as for Shadal Fusion, again, we need a way to combat the current format with the Burning Abyss and the Lahai. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can see it getting hit to 2. I don't know about 1. That just seems over aggressive to me, especially for
And then for when it comes to Quills, I just said Sacrifice. Like, that's only that's
really, 2 or 2.
I'd say 1. Like, they're getting so much support that's stupid. Especially some of our just 1 tributes. Like, the one you can't respond to is a 1 tribute, I think.
Oh, yeah. I suppose.
Because you go Chain Link 1, you go Chain Link 1, who are distributed, then Chain Link 2
Again,
is
I would like that. I really would. They can have their freaking 3 scouts. I just don't want their sacrifice to be.
Because that's what lets the disc kill you.
Yep, and also, again, being realist, I know it won't get hit. It's brand new. Sorry, my dog wants a treat. I understand.
It just has too many effects. That's my issue with it. It's
won't die.
Yeah.
And I never thought 300 extra boost would annoy me would piss me off so much in the deck. But everything.
Thunder King cries to it.
Everything in this deck that gives it 300 extra attack.
It adds up so quickly.
Anyways, down for our last 2 cards are basically Vanity's Emptiness and Skill Drain.
Both of you go to 1. Because Emptiness in Burning Abyss is stupid as fuck.
I disagree.
In Burning Abyss? Are you kidding me?
I honestly...
Because then Dante just turns it off.
Honestly, don't think... I mean, it does turn it off, but the thing is, I've never thought of Vanity Emptiness being a stupid, broken cards. A lot of people hate it. I know so many people have hated artifacts. They wanted artifacts to get every single one to get hit, like Sanctums to 1, Protect to 1. You remember that? Hands to 1 each. Like, fuck. I understand your hatred for new stuff. I hate people, and I hate new stuff. I get it, and I get when this stuff comes up, but the thing is, I will never, this card's only good in the format that allows it to be. Like, I predict this before. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people predict this before. When Clifford's came out, Vanity's Emptiness lost its pizzazz. It's no longer being played in Shaddolls. It's being reduced to 2 in freaking Cliffords. It's the only deck that really abuses the shit out of it is Burning Abyss, and
just because they can immediately turn it off.
Yeah, and Satellars, which isn't really as broken as Satellars anymore because they don't have that access to turn it off unless they activate Upstart or Duality or waste a card.
Or Telenova or something.
As for Skill Drain, as much as I love Skill Drain, that card's fucking annoying right now. I can see why people want to get rid of it, but the thing is, like I said, we're in a lot of
once Skill Drain hits the board, it's pretty much game over for a lot of decks.
Yeah, unless you have that freaking out. But
that 1 MST that somehow never draws. You never draw it until you need it.
Yep. Anyways, you guys, that's basically our discussion.
Our take on it. At least most of mine. All these things.
Yeah, basically his opinion, then my response.
And some of them are your opinion. You also agree.